Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gio. This is my 25 Toyota Land Cruiser, and today this video is going to be short and simple and quick. All we're doing here is doing routine maintenance, and we're greasing the U-joints on the drive shafts, on the front and rear drive shafts. So generally I like to do this every 10,000 miles. You could do 15,000 if you'd like, but I wouldn't really go past that, and this is listed in the owner's manual. I'll put a picture of that up on the screen so you can see it. And what we're going to do here is just get ourselves our grease gun, hook it up to the Zerk fitting, and just pump it until that old grease gets pushed out completely, and you replace it with this grease, which I'll show you in just a second. But you don't want to just put a few pumps of grease in and mix them. You want to just purge all that old stuff out and get in this new grease. Aside from that, I'm going to put on some gloves, keep a few shop towels on hand because it does get a little bit messy, and then we're just going to call it a wrap. So again, like I said, very short and simple and to the point on this video. Now before we get started, let's revisit the chassis lubrication guide that's found in the owner's manual. So what they list here as a spider is what I refer to as the U-joint, and they're calling for a lithium-based chassis grease that is NLGI number 2. And then on the slide yoke, which is only going to be on the front drive shaft, they want a moly lithium-based chassis grease, which is going to be found in the Redline CV2 grease. So this grease meets all of their requirements as far as NLGI 2. It's meant for U-joints, and it contains organic moly for the slip joint. Okay, so we are under the Land Cruiser, and what we're looking at right here is the front drive shaft. There's going to be a grease zerk in the front on that U-joint. There'll be one grease zerk for the slip joint, which is right here. And then there's another grease zerk on this U-joint. Moving on to the rear drive shaft, which is that piece right there. It's just going to be one in the front on that U-joint and one in the rear on that U-joint. So it's not very complicated. The only thing I had to do was jump in the Land Cruiser and move it reverse so I could get all these grease zerks lined up to where it was possible for me to get the gun connected. So right here I got it perfect, and when it was a little bit more forward in the driveway, that grease zerk was facing straight up and there's just no way. So you'll have to move yours around a little bit and find that happy medium. And you also need to make sure you can still access the grease zerk on this U-joint right here because they're in the inside. So I'll film that a little bit closer, but right now I'm going to start with these two because they're easier to see on the camera versus that front one, which is kind of cramped. So you're just gonna have to see this process first, and then you'll know exactly how to service that one and then the two rear U-joints. So let's get started. All right, now this one we're just going to hook it up, and this is for the slip joint. The slip joint is the shiny metal part right here. It actually slips in and out of the other joint, and we'll see what it does. So that's 6 full pumps. I'm really not gonna go any more than that. It'll start purging out of here as the drive shaft cycles in and out, but I don't want to pack it to the brim where it doesn't move at all. So we're just gonna go ahead and stop there. But my process on the U-joints is gonna be a little different. Okay, now I have the camera kind of awkwardly in my hand just because it's super hard to show you, but the grease zerk is right there. It's right where my finger's at. You can see it right there in the middle. So we're gonna go ahead and hook up the grease gun to that and give it a few pumps. And this one, we're going to pump it as much as we can to try to get all of that grease purged out of the needle bearings. And then we're gonna wipe it with the blue shop towel, and you should be good to go. Okay, sometimes it's a battle to get that thing hooked up, but you really need to make sure that it's connected, otherwise you're just gonna be wasting grease. It's gonna be a little shaky as I hold the camera in my hand, but you see that grease right there, kind of by that bolt head. It's gonna start coming out the more I pump it. So that grease is kind of like, I don't know, like a yellowish, or it was, and we're gonna pump it until red comes out. And you want to make sure, see how that red comes out? You want to make sure you have that shop towel ready to go to clean up that mess, because if you don't wipe that down really good, when you start driving, it's gonna sling it everywhere onto the bottom of the car. So now I'm gonna wipe this off on camera because it's kind of a pain to get all that cleaned up, and then we'll do the front U-joint. Okay, we got this all wiped down. Let's move on to the front U-joint. Lucky for me, this fitting was pointing right out for me to get the grease gun on it, but it's literally right in the middle of this joint, just like the one that we just did. So it's on the U-joint itself, right in the middle. And we're gonna give this thing some pumps and get all that old grease purged out. So I'm pumping it right now, and you can hear it coming out. So I'm gonna try to swing around to the other side and see if I can see it coming out. Here's a better view over here where we can see we got all the old grease purged and the new grease is coming out. So now we could stick our hands way up there with the blue shop towel and clean it up. So I've got a light on top, and you can see my hand right here. The grease zerk is right in the middle of the U-joint. So you have these two caps and then these two side caps. So there's 4 on a U-joint, and there's a grease zerk fitting right in the middle, and you just have to make sure that it's pointed in such a way that you can get your grease fitting onto it. So right here, I've got a ton of room up on top where I could get the gun in, and we're just gonna go from the top down. All right, we got the grease gun hooked up, and we're gonna give this some grease. We'll start pumping it. You should hear noise. You hear that snapping? You could already see the grease coming out as I give it some pumps. So that's that old grease. It's dark black, and you can see some of it's kind of like a white clear because it's whatever they put in from the factory, but I gotta keep going until it's a nice red. All right, we got all of the old grease purged out. You can see where it's kind of like that white clear color and then like a little black. We'll go ahead and get this wiped down. You want to make sure you take your time, clean it up with the blue shop towel, get all that stuff out, because the minute you start driving, this is spinning in a circle and it will sling grease everywhere. So make sure you do your best to clean that up. If you happen to have a little OCD, after you go driving about, I don't know, 20 minutes, come back under here and clean it off, because no matter what you do, there's always going to be some amount of grease that gets slung under. And if you don't care, then leave it and ride with it. So we're gonna go ahead and get the grease zerk connected. Make sure it's hooked up good and pump it until you get all the old grease out. So you can see the old grease is coming out. I'm gonna keep pumping it until I see that Redline CV2 grease come out. That way we know it's fully purged and we got all the good stuff inside those U-joints. Hold on guys, did you catch that grease coming out of the grease fitting and not through the U-joint? I noticed this after I edited the video, and I went back and I pumped that U-joint with more grease. So that happens when the fitting on the grease pump is coming off of the zerk fitting and they're not fully mating. So keep an eye out for that when you do your own service. So that is fully purged. I'm gonna set the grease gun down to the side, and we're gonna go ahead and get a fresh blue shop towel and try to wipe off as much of this grease as we possibly can. It is a little bit of a messy job, but it does help extend the lifespan of the U-joints. And with it being a modern car, the fact that it still has a greasable U-joint is really cool, just because things like this make a difference on an off-road vehicle. I'm not really a big fan of a sealed U-joint because you can't do anything to make it live a little bit longer. It is what it is. Once it's wore out, you change it. At least now we know we're packing this U-joint with way better grease than it had off the assembly line. So I like to just be as thorough as I can on this. And do one more pass right through the middle. And we're gonna throw this away, and we are all done with the lubrication points on the new LC250.